All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome YouTube. If you're watching this video, we're going to get started here in just 1 second. I'm just going to pull it up, make sure it's there. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, we will be looking at the comments over there. So it looks like it is up. I'm just going to get the volume down on that. And perfect. So I'm just going to get that audio down and get that chat thread over here. And all right, hold on one sec. Too many things. There we go. Cool. All right, and one more thing here. There we go. Cool. All right, there we are. Straighten that out just a little. Cool. All right, so we are gonna get started here. I'm just gonna hit record. And hello and welcome back to another complimentary training with LifterLMS. We're going to be talking about how to build a learning management system website with WordPress on your website in 2021. And I want to encourage you to stay to the end of this call, as we are going to be doing a giveaway to one lucky winner who is going to get a free year of a LifterLMS $99 add-on, or you can apply it to something else. We got a bunch of people on the call. Welcome everybody to the call. Thank you for coming live. I'm Chris Badgett, and thanks for taking some time out of your day today. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you and start my presentation. So, all right. Let's see. Do we have the screen up, Kathy? Is that up?
Yep.
Perfect. So this presentation is about how to build a learning management system website with WordPress on your website in 2021. And I want to hear from you folks that are here live. Let me know in the comments, what is the biggest question on your mind? What is your biggest challenge? If you're trying to move to LifterLMS and WordPress from somewhere else you're not happy with, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what your motivation is, what you're thinking, where you're coming from. And like I said, are going to be doing a giveaway, and this is a interactive conversation. So if you have questions, wherever you're watching this video, whether it's live or later, drop a comment or with any questions below this video. We are going to be doing Q&A at the end. If you're watching this later, we will follow up on your questions. So awesome. And I'm just highlighting what I'm seeing Sarah say in the chat. She's looking to move from another lackluster experience with several platforms. Unfortunately, we hear that story a lot. You're going to find out in this presentation what makes LifterLMS different in the space. So let me see here. I'm going to do this presentation, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little model to help you think about LifterLMS, and then I'm actually going to do a live build. So we're going to be covering a lot of ground. We're going to kind of come at it from a theoretical. We're going to get into the weeds and actually build a site from scratch very quickly, so you can see how quick and easy it is to build a site with LifterLMS. So this webinar is going to be approximately 30 minutes for the presentation, about 5 minutes on a model, and then about 20 minutes on a live site build. So to give you a sense, this is going to be about a 50-minute presentation. So first, I'm going to get into some trends, use cases, and technology. But before I get into that, I'm Chris Badgett, CEO and co-founder of LifterLMS. I've been in this industry for about a decade. LifterLMS itself is like 6.5 years old. Before that, we built a lot of custom LMS platforms for clients. I'm also a course creator and I'm a work from home dad kind of person who's been figuring out this remote work thing and building digital products for quite some time. So welcome. If you're like an expert or a subject matter expert of some time, or you build sites for clients yourself, we help both kinds of people. So I like to kind of divide our target market and the people that we serve up into 3 areas. One area is called builders. These are the people who build WordPress sites, WordPress professionals who are building for their clients. It could be an expert, like some kind of niche subject matter coach. It could be a company looking to do internal training to create more value, automation, and efficiency in their company. It could be a remote school, and there's a lot of that going on. So if you're a WordPress professional, just write builder in the chat so I can see who you are. If you're building this site for yourself and you're an expert in a subject matter and you're trying to get into coaching or online courses or building a training-based membership site, you're a DIY starter, let us know in the chat. Just write starter. If you are a switcher like Sarah, who dropped a comment a few moments ago about wanting to switch from some other platform that she was happy with, let us know in the chat. It's cool to see the mix of who we have on the call, and I can kind of tailor the conversation to what I'm seeing. We got a little bit of everybody. That's awesome. Thanks for playing along in the chat. So there's some trends about what makes now the time to really and doing it with LifterLMS. The first trend is that online education is going mainstream. So online education is actually not new. It's been around for quite some time. Distance learning, internet learning, it's really been around for a while, but recently, in the past 5 or so years, it's really gone mainstream in a big way. And if you've heard of something like Masterclass, which is, we see YouTube and Facebook ads for that kind of thing all over the place. You can learn how to write a screenplay with, a famous screenwriter. You can learn to write, make techno music with a famous techno DJ. You can learn how to be a comedian from Steve Martin. People are turning to the internet to learn things, and it's at all levels. It's not just like college or adult learning. It's all over the place, which we'll get into in a little bit. We've got e-learning as a $300 billion industry by 2025. The last, that statistic is actually a little old. With all that's happening lately in the world, that's probably accelerated. So it's actually probably going to be bigger than that in the next 5 years. But the e-learning industry, like I'm saying, is kind of massive. It's not just adult learning. It's not just K through 12. It's not just college. It's not just community college. It's not just employer training. It's not like the whole continuing education industry for certified professionals. E-learning is massive, and there's all kinds of different niches within that. So there's a lot of areas and ways to use LifterLMS within e-learning. The other big trend, obviously, is the global pandemic education system disruption, which, whether you're a school looking to deliver remote training, or maybe you're an expert and you're selling into schools, we've seen more and more curriculum providers creating digital training and selling into schools at scale with LifterLMS. Maybe you're a business who's needing to train their employees remotely instead of on site. And maybe you're, with all the disruption and change in the economy, people are looking for new skill acquisition or potentially new streams of revenue. And they're turning more and more to this whole online education area for help with all those things. The next thing we have is 5G on the rise, which is just a way of saying that cheap, accessible internet is becoming more and more ubiquitous around the world. This is not just in the United States. This is all over the world, even from cellular networks where people can get access to the internet easier and easier. More and more people have smartphone with video capabilities, as well as enough bandwidth to be able to handle e-learning content, which is typically heavier, like videos and interactive content and things like that. So the proliferation of the internet through 5G and things like the satellite internet are just poised and already bringing e-learning very much mainstream. The next thing is tool accessibility. We've got everybody's a YouTuber now. It's the number one thing that kids say they want to be when they grow up. Part of that is in our pockets, almost all of us have a smartphone, which has all the tools you need to make training content. More fancy video cameras and audio equipment have never been more accessible, as well as the computers we use to create e-learning websites and edit our lesson videos and create presentations like you're watching today have never been more accessible, affordable, and easy to use for all people. Now I'm going to get into some use cases. There's lots of different ways to use a learning management system. So one is the online course. Our customers, Esther Inman. And I remember when she came to our ecosystem about 4 years ago, she created online courses to help military spouses learn the virtual assistant career. And this is how a lot of course creators start, is they're literally scratching their own itch. Esther was having challenges, just always moving with her husband in terms of the different military bases, and she wanted to figure out a way to do her role, her job remotely. So she found the VA career, she excelled at it, and then she started teaching other military spouses how to do that. Last I heard, about a year ago, she was making around $50,000 a month with her online training and building an incredible community for a group of people that can feel somewhat isolated because they're moving and pulling up roots all the time. So her results aren't necessarily typical, but she's a shining star of an example of someone creating an online course. Next, we have the training-based membership site. This is a more advanced version or use case where we've got courses, we've got training webinars, we've got library of digital assets, we have a calendar of live virtual events, we've got perks of other benefits that these members get. This is one of our customers. Her name is Melissa Love. She has a great site called the Marketing Fix. If you go to the LifterLMS website and find the case studies, you can just click on examples at the top of the site. You'll see Melissa's story in more detail. But this is where the whole coaching industry and the community building industry and people who are really getting into recurring revenue through a membership site by serving a niche market are really excelling. So this is like a membership way of looking at the learning management system. The next is the course marketplace. We've got WordPress 101 here, which is, it may be the largest WordPress education site on the internet. This is powered by LifterLMS, and this is a multi-instructor platform. There's WordPress basic courses, a WordPress advanced course, and then there's several courses by other people on various WordPress topics. So the creator of this site, his name is Sean. He's awesome. He's switched to LifterLMS. He was a switcher about 5 years ago now. And he uses Lifter with lots of other instructors as well, not just him teaching. Sometimes it's easier to not do it all alone and also do a marketplace situation where other instructors get some of the money. Then we have education-based marketing and onboarding. This is a WordPress CRM product called Groundhog, which allows you to host your marketing automation and email list and all of that on your WordPress website. Adrian, the creator of this site, uses LifterLMS to educate his customers, to develop a certified partner program, and just help people onboard into the software so that, it reduces, as a product company, as a software company, it reduces his demand on his support team because he's proactively offering training that helps people get started with a product. This can work for any kind of product or service business, not just software. So that's a great example there. Then we've got internal training. This is where you may have a company and you're doing something like a safety training course, like in this example, forklift operating. So we have this groups add-on that allows you to sell, like if you create a forklift safety training course and you want to sell it into companies that have warehouses and they're getting 100 or 1,000 or 100,000 seats at a time, this is a good example of groups add-on. Or maybe you're just one company and you just want to capture the training assets of your company, which makes your company more profitable, easier to sell, and easier for high employee satisfaction because you have this awesome training experience built into new employee hire onboarding process. And then finally, we have remote schools. This is a school powered by LifterLMS, Western Nevada College. They pivoted after the COVID-19 to start using LifterLMS to deliver a lot of their content and capture the content that was coming through, live Zoom sessions and things of that nature. So here's the problem with the LMS industry landscape. The first is the software Frankenstein. This is a big problem in WordPress where people try to string together too many plugins and other apps to make the learning management experience happen. This is why, like Melissa with her training-based membership site, the Marketing Fix, she doesn't need all these other companies to string together to make the magic happen. Lifter does most of the heavy lifting for everything she needs to do. It's still fine to add other plugins and stuff that you like, or design tools that you need, but the software Frankenstein issue is a huge problem in our space. The other is lack of monetization. So if you are a prolific expert and content creator and you have a lot of podcast episodes like I do, I've got like 300 podcast episodes, or a lot of blog posts or content, but you're packaging up into courses, or maybe you're doing an active newsletter. That's a big problem in the space. The other is content theft, where people are creating all this great content and not necessarily protecting it, thinking they're protecting it, and it's not actually protected to the level that they would like it to be. And the next is low engagement. This is a big problem in our industry. The dirty little secret of the e-learning industry is that 10% completion rates, and this has been studied across, there was a study a couple years ago across e-learning platforms where the truth is that most people don't complete it. So low engagement is a huge problem. And the other big problem, which is often a reason why people switch to WordPress and specifically LifterLMS, is a lack of flexibility and customizability and really feeling trapped. So here's my promise to you today. I'm going to show you how to unlock creative freedom, to sell and maximize revenue, to protect your content, to engage your learners, and connect to anything, and specifically the tools you are already using. So there's 3 big ideas to consider as I go through this presentation today. One is to, as much as you can, go for an all-in-one solution. Focus on not just selling or creating information products, but also doing what it takes to create results for your learners, or helping them achieve what we call in e-learning the learning objective, which is often more than just passing information. And then the power and the flexibility to connect with anything. This is a big benefit of WordPress and Lifter specifically. So what it's like to work with LifterLMS is it helps you to create, sell, engage, protect, and connect to the tools you're already using. So in terms of the creation part, we're going to kind of go through this. I'm going to kind of share some screenshots and explain at a high level what you can do with Lifter, and then we're going to get into an actual site build in a little bit. but you can create courses from one screen. This is our one screen course builder. You can literally create an entire online course, kind of like writing the table of contents for a book and then adding the actual content and quizzes and things like that, all from this one interface. You can create any training and business model. So there's a common misconception or myth in our industry that you need to have a separate membership plugin or something like that. It's all included in LifterLMS. You got the e-commerce, you got the membership, you got the LMS, you got the reporting, you got the engagement. You can, whatever business model you can think of, whether it's the remote school, the coaching program, the passive income online course, one-time payment, multi-payment, it's all possible with Lifter. You can create a truly unique brand and design. These are just a couple screenshots of some people's sites that they've built with LifterLMS. They can really look like anything. You can build a truly unique brand. If you go to a hosted LMS platform, they all look the same. It's kind of cookie cutter. Whereas in WordPress and with Lifter and all the different themes and page builders and everything, you can create a truly unique brand that doesn't look like your neighbors. You can also create compliance flexibility. So LifterLMS was a leader in the space in terms of GDPR compliance, if you've ever heard of that. And also if you have like some kind of terms and conditions that people need to agree to. And, you know, if you need to make sure that people watch the entire video and things like that, this kind of compliance flexibility is designed into the LifterLMS to help, you know, make sure it can do and track what you need it to do. We also have this innovative access plan system so that you can do enrollment your way. You know, this is the one-time payment, any price, any recurring interval, payment plans, free trials, paid trials, you know, expires on a certain date, lifetime access, whatever you can come up with, it's all possible with just LifterLMS out of the box. It's an all-in-one solution. So LifterLMS helps you to sell as well. You can package and monetize. We were talking about WP 101 earlier. You know, they've chosen to do a la carte course sales where you can buy individual courses, but you can also just buy everything via membership, a recurring membership. So this is the flexibility. It's totally up to you. You can have a simple online course program or this elaborate funnel that works through single courses and you know, small courses, big courses, coaching, mastermind group, all this stuff. You can package and monetize however you like. We also help you generate leads and sales. Like if you see the official Quick Start course here for the LifterLMS community, this little free course has contributed to half the growth of our email list, which is quite large. And I've actually got a template for you that you can actually install on your website with one click to help you start generating leads and building your email list in a matter of seconds with your very own Quick Start course, which we'll look at when we get into the demonstration part of this. We help you maximize profit by offering tools to help you offer things like private coaching, where certain students, you know, coaching clients get private content in addition to the course material, and you can have private conversation. We have a social learning add-on so that you can offer community, like a social Facebook wall type experience to your website, not on Facebook. And these are all things that help increase the results of your learners by offering coaching and community, and also help you charge more and maximize profit. Now, you don't necessarily have to use all these features, but they're here for you if you decide to use them. So you can also create recurring revenue. Now, to create recurring revenue, you have to have recurring value. So here's just an example where we have a pricing table where we have a course that costs $1,000 and it comes with group coaching. We have a payment plan, and then we have a private coaching upsell. And you can see there's a private community and group coaching, and then adding new courses every month or weekly. This is how we create recurring value. And when we have recurring value, we can create recurring revenue, which a lot of you may be interested in. Let us know in the chat if recurring revenue, just write recurring if that's of interest to you. It doesn't mean you have to do it. You can just do passive courses, but you can absolutely create recurring revenue as well if you get into more ongoing value. I see some recurrings coming up in the chat. That's awesome. So we also help you sell and get paid in advance. So Lifter has the ability, like you'll see today, where we can create a course very quickly, and then we can actually go ahead and sell it even before all the content. Some people call that pre-selling. I highly recommend it. So we could create a course today that doesn't that people can buy, that doesn't actually start and let them into lesson 1 until 2 weeks from now, as an example. And then maybe we're going to use drip content to drip out lessons over the course of 1 lesson a week or something like that. And this is a great way to get moving, get revenue early, get that feedback loop open with those early customers. Engagement is also very helpful with Lifter. So we're in the results revolution. The information age is over. We're in what I call the integration age, where we are looking to, integrate all the things required to help a learner get results. Sometimes that's community. So this is just a view of our social learning add-on. You can see our analytics and stuff. So you can't, like, when you understand your learners, you can engage with them in a personalized way. So we have detailed analytics and reporting that help you see how a particular learner is doing or how courses are doing. You can even export all that data to your own spreadsheet if you want. So analytics are a big part of what make a learning management system different from just a membership site and a paywall in front of some content. So we can also control the progress of our learners through things like drip content or, prerequisites. So we can control the flow of how learners go through our content so it's not overwhelming. We can add gamification like achievement badges and have some fun. Even if it's a serious course, I still see people using pop-ups and achievement badges, which is all built directly into LifterLMS for more engagement and gamification. You can protect all your content. So this is just a view of a LifterLMS syllabus. Somebody's like checking out a course, but they can't click through any of the lessons because they haven't enrolled. They haven't paid for access, or if it's a free course, they haven't enrolled yet. So keeping your content safe is a big part of what a solid LMS does. And then also giving users an individual experience of your website with their own data. So this is just a simple view of a LifterLMS personalized student dashboard. And then we've got privacy controls. So all the ability for students to be able to, have control of their privacy for you as a website builder or as the do-it-yourself professional, to be in compliance with the modern privacy laws and everything. It's all built into LifterLMS. It also allows you to connect to the tools you're already using. So, we even have integrations for some of these, like plugins to integrate with WP Forms, Formidable Forms, Ninja Forms. But whatever you're already using, you can connect with your favorite WordPress tools. You can add to your website if you're already using something you love, like a page builder like Elementor, or some events plugin, or just whatever custom post type or whatever thing you're using on your website. You can still keep using it with LifterLMS. LifterLMS will work with any well-coded theme. So if you're already using some theme like Divi or Cadence, we're going to show you in our demo today, Astra, GeneratePress, even a custom theme, they're all going to work with Lifter if they're designed with WordPress best practices. We also have a Zapier integration. So if you need to connect with tools outside of your website in an automated way, you can do that with the LifterLMS Zapier integration. So an example might be, something could happen in Zoom when somebody completes a course or starts a course, or something could happen in a Google spreadsheet or something like that. There's really no limit to the creativity you could do with a Zapier integration. And this is a little nerdy and geeky, so forgive me if you're not a developer. I'm not a developer, but I know this is important to developers. This is our REST API. LifterLMS is one of the most advanced plugins in WordPress when it comes to having a REST API. This allows people to build iOS and Android apps on top of LifterLMS in an efficient and cost-effective way, as well as just any developer wanting to customize LifterLMS. This makes it fast and really done the right way, so that people can basically extend LifterLMS in an easier way, and we make it easier for other software products to integrate with LifterLMS. So you'll see a lot of other themes that have specific LifterLMS features or plugins that integrate with LifterLMS specifically. They're all tying into this REST API, which we've created to make LifterLMS one of the most advanced tools that you can use in the WordPress ecosystem with other applications as well. So I'm going to do a model for you, and this is going to kind of cement in how we think about LifterLMS and what it does, and how it's probably a little more than you thought in terms of what it actually is that we do and how we can help you. So while I get that up, I would love to hear in the chat, what is your biggest takeaway so far? What has been most interesting so far? Love to hear. And we'll get this next part of the presentation rolling here. Cool. Can somebody say, can you see in the chat, in the chat, just say iPad? Let's see here. Thank you. All right. Here we go. My Apple Pencil's being a little lagging, so just give me 1 second. Cool. Can somebody just write the word words in the chat if you can see drawing now? Awesome. Thank you for playing along. I've got a new computer today, and I'm still making sure everything's connected properly. So I'm going to go over the Education Entrepreneur Growth Engine. So whether or not you're building a site for a client or you're doing it for yourself, this will help you think about how we look at LifterLMS and how we can support you in what you're trying to do. It also gives you a and how we think about it, to choose a learning management system to work with. So knowing how we work and how we can help you make up your mind as to which tool makes the most sense for you. So there's really 3 phases of what we do at LifterLMS for education entrepreneurs. Education entrepreneurs are the authors, speakers, coaches, experts, teachers, training, curriculum providers we help these types of people create, which is super important. And also, we help them launch, and we help them to deliver. These are big projects. Creating a learning platform is not just like a one and done. There's a lot that goes into it. So I'm going over these phases. Kathy, is my audio coming through okay, or should I change batteries? Does it sound like it's hanging in there?
It's okay right now, but every once in a while it breaks up a little bit.
Okay. Let me know if it keeps going. I was kind of moving around a lot, but it should be good. I might actually move this up a little higher, and that will help. All right. So LifterLMS helps you to create, launch, and deliver. And when we look at that, the creation part, there's some things that help us to create. And at the end of the day, let me just go at what's at the center of when you create, launch, and deliver high value online training for yourself or for your clients. What do you think that creates? Let me know in the chat what you think that creates. I'm seeing some good comments coming in. And you may have a slightly different take as me, which is fine. But there is a certain type of freedom that happens when you are able to create high value training through an online learning portal. But when we're creating, one of the things we help you do is to get what I call customer clarity. If we don't know who we're teaching, this is why learning objectives are so important. It helps us to create better products, not just around us and what we like to teach or what we know for our life experience, but a specific person that we position to help in some way. The other thing we help with is with process. So kind of like I'm showing for you right now, we are in the creative zone right here. And there's a process, like the one screen course builder, which we're going to look at in a little bit. Once you get clear on your customer, it's helpful to have a process to follow to actually put the course together. And then once we put all the pieces together and follow the process, we actually end up creating a program or an online learning experience more broadly. So that's what we're doing here. It's time to actually launch the thing. What we need to do is we need to figure out the technology stack, which is what people think we are on the surface. LMS is a software company, a technology company that helps you launch an online course, membership site, remote school, whatever you want to call it. But we're a lot more than that, which is why I'm showing you this here. And then we also help you with the marketing. And we help you with the sales. And even if you have free courses, you are still in the business of marketing them or getting buy-in and actually getting people to enroll in them, which is the sales process. And of course, if you're charging for it, these words make more sense. But things like our free course lead magnet template helps you with the marketing. Our one screen conversion optimized sales page helps with the actual increasing your conversions on sales. There's all kinds of things we do to help in this department. And then when it comes to the actual delivery, there's the obvious one, which is content. So lesson videos, audios, PDFs, whatever it is that's in your content stack, like what is actually in the course, LifterLMS will help deliver for your learners. So we get the content rolling. We also help you deliver coaching and community. Now, these are not, you don't have to do these, but if you want to scale into them, which helps you charge more money and potentially get higher results for your learners, we've got these there for you. So this is what I call the education entrepreneur growth engine. This is how we think about designing the software, helping you be successful. At the end of the day, your success is our success. And this is how we think about supporting you from soup to nuts, from the dream or the idea that, you know what, I think I can teach on the internet, or I have a client who's feeling that way. How do we get them all the way through the loop to where they're actually delivering a high value training with plenty of enrollments and sales and stuff like that? Because at the intersection of creating and launching, there's actually a type of freedom that I call impact. So these are the people who make a difference. Like if you're creating training to change the world or to right a wrong or to help somebody in a way that wasn't available in a way you needed to be helped, or an underserved market that has a need, this is where we create better online learning to create change and impact in the world. Between launching and delivering, there's also the income version of freedom. So if we launch a program and deliver it successfully, you can stand to make significant income. We have many clients that are like that I mentioned earlier in this presentation who are creating more than enough revenue to support themselves and their families. So there's the income freedom that can come with this. And then really between the creative process and the delivery, the other type of freedom that is more subtle is what I call creative freedom. This is where you get to create the way you want to create, for who you want to create, in the environment for which you want to do your work. This is a type of artistic, creative freedom that is a benefit to using LifterLMS and really getting the education entrepreneur growth engine firing on all cylinders. So let me know in the chat, what do you feel like you need the most help with for yourself or for your client? Is it the creating part? Is it the launch part? Or is it the actually delivering the training? If you could just write in the chat, create, launch, or deliver. Which one do you need more help with? Awesome. All of them. Deliver, launch, create, deliver. Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate what you all are saying. That's why we have to create the whole model so that we can help everybody, because not everybody is at the exact same part. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to show you how easy it is, how fast, easy, and awesome it is to build a course with LifterLMS. And then we're going to get into questions. So if you have questions, start queuing them up. Let us know in the chat or the Q&A box, or if you're watching this video after it's gone live, just drop a comment down below with your questions. So I'm going to go ahead and change my screen for you. And we'll get into the creation part. But before I do, I just want to thank everybody for being here and keeping going. We're getting on in the presentation. There's only about 10 or so minutes more presentation, and we'll get into questions. But I just wanted to ask you if you can see yourself using an LMS in your business, either for yourself or for your clients. Can you see yourself using something like Lifter? Awesome. We're getting some yeses, some yeps, 100%. Yep, yes. Of course, very much committed. Awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you all for playing along. So let's get into it. Let's actually get into building a site. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open up a blank WordPress. Cool. So, all right. If somebody can just write WP in the chat, if what you see is a WordPress dashboard, cool. Thank you very much. Thank you, Marco. So this is actually a completely blank WordPress site. There's literally nothing here. This is like the default version of WordPress. And I'm going to build an entire online course in less than 10 minutes. If you're watching in the audience, start the clock. I may not be able to do it in 10, or I might, but we'll see. But time me, I'm going to try. So I'm just going to go ahead and update this, just make sure we're on the most current stuff. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the core LifterLMS plugin. And after I do that, we're going to put in a theme and I'm going to launch a course. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to plugins, add new, and I'm just going to type in LifterLMS. And I'm going to install now. And activate it. And this is what's called the LifterLMS Quick Setup Wizard. So pay attention here. If you follow this thing, it's going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you, all right? So I'm going to click Get Started Now. I'm going to install these required pages that basically turn your website into an LMS. I'm going to be selling in the United States, I'm located in the United States, and I'll be selling in US dollars. However, LifterLMS can work in any country in the world, just about in any currency. So just hit save and continue. I'm going to allow some tracking to help the LifterLMS developers improve the product. And then on the next screen, as that's getting ready to load, I'm going to go through the setup wizard. Oh, there's something going on with that. Anyways, I'll just skip that step. So these are the templates you install, ready to rock. If you want a sample online course that actually teaches you how to use LifterLMS on your website, click that button. If you want a free course lead magnet, like I mentioned earlier, that will a template to help you start building your email list today, click that button. If you want a beautiful course sales page and proven instructional design framework with sample content in it, click that button. And then I'm going to click import courses. Now it's going to take a few moments for all this to. And once it lands, all right, you can see that we have 3 courses on our site right here. And before we go into them, I'm actually going to change themes. I'm going to go to Appearance, Themes, and I'm actually going to add one that's becoming the most popular in our community right now called Cadence. They have a great free version. I'm going to install that. And one of the reasons that makes this theme great is they've actually given specific attention to LifterLMS. So there's features in here that make LifterLMS look good. So I'm going to go ahead and visit the site. And you can see we've got our courses here. Look at this. This is already a decent looking site. Of course, you want to replace this with your logo and all that. This is an example of the free course lead magnet template. Look at this. This is a ready to go free course. So who has, if somebody could let me know in the chat, what is an example subject matter that you teach on? Just let me know in the chat. Just write it, whatever it is, parenting, business, marketing, science, physics, chanting. What do we got here? physics. What else? Who else? Singing. What else are we teaching on? What is our subject matter expertise? All right. Meditation. I'm going to go with Barry's meditation. So travel tours, gardening. Awesome. So here on the free course lead magnet, you know, what I would do is I would rename the name of this course is to something like 5-minute mindfulness meditation. I delete this part that has our instructions on how to use it. And then basically I would come up with like a 3-step process. We'll go into an actual lesson here that is teaching about mindfulness, creating your first 5-minute mindfulness meditation. You know, we've got an orientation here. And then at the end of this, I might pitch some kind of coaching program or deeper meditation course. So that is ready to go. And if we, I'm just going to do a couple things here in the back end, just to show you some Lifter features. So under appearance widgets, LifterLMS has these sidebars. So I'm just putting in the course syllabus sidebar and the course progress sidebar. This shows the user which lessons completed. I'm just giving it, I'm giving it a title, like how far are they through. That one's called I'm going to call progress. And then this one, I'm going to call lessons. And then in the lesson sidebar, I'm going to add this progress sidebar again, and then also the lessons sidebar widget. And I'm going to make that collapsible and display the open and close toggles. And then we can go look at what I just did there. So if we go into, let me just do some customization here. See, this is the Cadence theme. So I'm going to click on customize. And this is what's cool is Cadence has created some options for people using LifterLMS for free, which is incredible. So if we go into the course template, which looks like this, you can see we've got this beautiful course template. And for the courses, what I'm going to do, see, this is all done for you. You could launch this thing today, put a future start date on it, replace our content with your content, and you can start pre-selling and getting up and running quickly. But anyways, just to go into like a specific lesson, we were just setting up the core lesson sidebars, the course sidebar. So you can see here where we have the lesson sidebar. The progress bar is not displaying because I'm not enrolled in this course yet, but that is up there. These are the open and close toggles where we can see the full course syllabus for the signature course or the course template. But you can see here that I can modify the lesson layout. I can start, changing the design like this. I can align the title. And I can start changing a lot of things. I can make it more skinny or one column like that. I could do it like this. And you can see how I can make it super wide like that. So this is all what makes a great LifterLMS theme. And I'm just going to go ahead and publish that. And then let's just go look at what we got on the front end of the website. You can see here where we have a beautiful course template that is ready to roll, that has demo content, a conversion optimized sales page, a proven curriculum structure. And, you could put your picture right here. And this is all ready to go. We've even got like the one-time course price, the payment plan, and then the private coaching upsell. It's all built into LifterLMS. if you wanted to do a Learn LifterLMS, since we imported this one, this is the LifterLMS Quick Start course. You could go inside here and you could start taking this course. So let me go ahead and enroll in this free course. So I just enrolled. Oh, this is like our demo site thing. But anyways, you can just enroll right in there and then go in and you can actually teach yourself LifterLMS. I'm not going to go through this whole training on this webinar, but this is about 30 minutes of training that will show you the essential parts of LifterLMS in a free course on your website. So this is our gift to you to help get you started. You can, of course, go into WordPress and start, setting up the menu however you want, putting whatever links you want up there, putting your logo up there. But that is a lightning tour of how fast and easy it is to get started with LifterLMS. So thank you. I knew I had a minute left. I think I just did it in 10 minutes. Thank you for timing me. I appreciate it. And I just want to turn it over to you folks who are here today. What did you, let me know in the chat, what did you like best about the presentation there, or the actual site building? Or is there a particular part of LifterLMS that I can show you? I'm happy to take questions right now, but first, I just want to ask if you can see yourself using something like this. And before we get into questions, I will just say that, let me go up here. Before we get into questions, that that was the demo right there. And I want to encourage you to go to LifterLMS.com. You can check it out. We do have a $1, it's actually free right now. It used to be $1, where we have a temporary website, kind of like the one I was just playing on, where you can try all the LifterLMS tools before you buy. So go check that out. And any questions you have, we're here for you. You can always email us at team@lifterlms.com. But I'm happy to get into it. Happy to take questions. There's a link in the chat Kathy just put in there for the free 30-day demo site. That gives you a chance to just play with everything. You can also put the core free plugin, LifterLMS, like I showed you, just on your site and start that way. There's lots of ways to get into Lifter. We're here for you. We're here for the education entrepreneur to help them grow and scale. If you're ready to go all in and get everything we make, we've got the Infinity Bundle. If you're ready to if you want to get the most popular thing that people get, we have something called the Universe Bundle, which has many of our premium add-ons. And then if you're, some people just start with the core LifterLMS and one payment gateway. That's also a great way to get started as well. You can always upgrade and get prorated later too. So I'm going to transition to taking questions. And before I do that, I just want to thank you for listening here and allowing me to do the work that I love to do and do what's in our company mission, to lift up others through education. So I hope you found this presentation educational, and I'm really excited to see how I can help serve you along with the LifterLMS team in your online course, coaching, remote school, or just whatever your learning platform goals are. So I'm going to back out of this and go ahead and just take questions. So I'm going to look at the chat and start there. XAMPP. I'm just reading your question, Jose Ferrer, about you've set up with WordPress and LifterLMS locally and are using XAMPP for the WordPress thing. Using Astra and works great with LifterLMS. The only setback right now is I can't test Stripe or PayPal using XAMPP. Hey, so my advice there for you, Jose, is to just go ahead and get LifterLMS, Stripe and PayPal. Let me get a screen up for you so that we can look at that together. And cool. Can you guys see the LifterLMS website on your screen? Can somebody just type LMS if that's what you see? Perfect, thank you. So on the pricing page here, you can see that we have individual add-ons, which this column kind of goes over what all those are down at the bottom, and then we have 2 bundles. So this list here shows what is in the universe bundle, which has like 16 or so add-ons, something like that. And this has all that plus all the ones we make, finished bundle. But any one of these can be purchased individually. So Jose's question about the Stripe and the PayPal add-on, those are right here. I think I passed them. Yeah, right here. So the cool thing about Stripe and PayPal is they do have a test license keys. So when you purchase these and you set them up on your Lifter site, you can actually test these in test mode with not using real money. So we'll put a link in the chat. We have documentation about getting started with Stripe, and it shows you how to set up your test keys. And then also, if you're on the LifterLMS website and you are you go through our 30-day trial, this does have the LifterLMS Stripe plugin on there. And inside your test site, it does already have some test Stripe keys. So if you want to test it on that test site, you can do it. Or you can just go ahead and plug in your own Stripe test keys and test it that way as well. And our PayPal documentation also has information on how to test PayPal. PayPal is a little more challenging to set up the test system, but the Stripe one is super easy. So yeah, I would test that one first. What else do we got? How easy is it to add Zoom meetings to the course? It's really easy. Let's see. I'm going to let me, hold on. I'm just trying to get back to where I was. To add Zoom to the course, all you need to do is just put the Zoom login or the Zoom link to join into the lesson content. People can jump in there at the right time. If you record the video, then the session, you can then add that video in the of the join link. We also saw, let me share my screen with you again. Let's see. We also have the people get really creative here. So in the presentation, we were looking at Melissa Love's site right here, the marketing fix. So she has a calendar of events inside of her LMS powered by LifterLMS that has, you can see how she's got the upcoming Zoom calls here and links to join. And then ultimately those end up getting recorded and added into the fixes, she calls them, as little courses. She puts the video in there, and I'm trying to see, here's an example of the calendar system she's using. She's using something called Talkify to create the Google, or not, it's not a Google Calendar, to create a calendar inside WordPress. So it's really whatever you can think of, it's possible. You just got to the way I would approach that is just to think about the ideal experience. And then if you get stuck, just since you have a LifterLMS product, just reach out to the LifterLMS support team or come to one of the onboarding sessions, and they can help point you in the right direction of the best way to integrate Zoom the way you see it. All right. So Jose is also saying what's holding him up now is all the courses are built using PowerPoint, and he needs an easy way to convert them into the LifterLMS platform. So PowerPoint, there's lots of options. Like I just did a PowerPoint presentation for you today. I was technically using Keynote, but I can present it and turn that into a video. That's one option. The second option is to embed the PowerPoint into a LifterLMS lesson, which is easy to do. Just do a Google search for WordPress PowerPoint plugin. And there'll be, I know there's free tools out there that just make it easy to pop a PowerPoint presentation into an actual WordPress or LifterLMS lesson. So that's not that big of a deal. LifterLMS also has certificates, which can be triggered on course completion or quiz pass and things like that. And those are heavily customizable. They've got merge fields like student name, date completed, and so on. And you can set up individualized custom certificates for individual courses. You can even create more advanced degree programs where your people have to create a bunch of courses, and after they've completed all of them, they get the certificate or the graduate degree, that kind of thing. That's all possible with LifterLMS. Jamie asks, can you talk about how to use Lifter where you already have a customer base that you want to pre-subscribe or make free courses available to a specific user base? So if you already have customers, the easiest thing you can do is just, if you only have like one thing, is LifterLMS has a feature where you can basically lock the whole site down to one membership level. And so Lifter is all the courses and LMS platform you ever need, but it's also an entire membership solution. So if people have already paid or whatever, and you just want to give them access to a course site, I would create a membership level, and you could just either manually add the people to that membership or invite them. We have this whole voucher code system where you give them a code, they can sign up, they can choose their password, and they get access to the membership site. So it's totally possible. It's not uncommon for people to be in your situation. There's lots of different ways to help get them on if you're using a different payment system. You can also there's also a bunch of automation you can do to create it automatically if you're using another tool that's like in Zapier or something like that to help get them into the course site automatically. All right. Awesome. Well, I'm going to check the Q&A here. Could you talk about how to use Lifter oh yeah, we already got that one. And then we're trying to create a subscription membership platform where people pay a monthly fee for access to the video courses. We add videos to courses once a week. However, the client is also wanting to display the videos with the videos tagged by topic, filtering options in the gallery. Are you able to display course content videos in a YouTube style gallery outside of the course view? That is a great question. There's a couple of options here. One of them is Lifter has something called course categories. So I'm just going to our Academy site here, and you can see here, like down here, we've got categories, and these links can create, you can create filterable links. Like this has a unique link that you can allow people to start filtering through categories. There's also something called course tags, which you can use and to create and then there's also subcategories. So yeah, you just have to use the category system. And it's also not uncommon for people to create mini courses where there might just be, there's nothing wrong with having like a one video course. Think of it as a mini course. Micro learning is one of the emerging trends in e-learning. So even though I have like kind of a big giant course here, you could also have, really simple, like 1 or 2 lesson courses as well. And the other cool thing too, with themes like Cadence and stuff, is you can create a grid of courses. Like, I forget how wide they go, like maybe 8 courses across or something like that. So you could get that YouTube look and feel without even having to write any custom code or anything like that, with a theme that has good course catalog column options, which is what these are. Like this is a 5-column option. So great question, Trevor. Can students upload and share documents within a course? Great question, Marnie. So LifterLMS has an assignments add-on and advanced quizzes. So if we look at this one, assignments and advanced quizzes, these do have an upload. And what these two add-ons introduce is manual grading. So if an instructor were to need to review the uploads, that's possible. So that's LifterLMS Core has a free quiz system that has automated grading multiple choice. But once you get into the more advanced stuff like manual grading and uploads, you might want to look at this. Also, you can look at something like another plugin like Gravity Forms and Gravity View if you want people to upload stuff that more displays publicly on the website, perhaps protected by some kind of membership set up in LifterLMS. So yeah, it's possible. Just once you get into the weeds of it, just reach out to support and let us know if you're having trouble figuring it out. Awesome. Kathy, do you happen to have YouTube up? Or wait, I got it right here. Let's see how much. So I'm going to take some comments in YouTube. If you have any final questions over on Zoom, feel free to drop them in the questions box. But other than that, we'll just get through these. How much does LifterLMS cost per month? Sabo asks. Hey, great news. We don't have a monthly fee like hosted LMS platforms. So LifterLMS, if you're getting any of our premium add-ons, are annual subscriptions. So it depends on what you get. If you go to the pricing page here on lifterlms.com, it will show you all the pricing options here as of this recording. So these are individual add-ons. These ones cost $99 individually, or you can get all of them for $299 with the Universe bundle per year. And then the Infinity bundle includes all those $99 add-ons and these advanced feature add-ons, which are $199 per year each, or you can just get the whole thing, everything listed here for $999 per year. So that's a savings of $2,380 if you were to just buy all that individually. So that is the pricing. The design upgrade, yes, we're always looking to upgrade the design. And one of the great things about that is what all the great theme folks are doing to make the LifterLMS design look great. So if you go to the LifterLMS website and you click on third party here, you can see some themes here like Astra and Ocean WP. These are popular. This is a Ventura's a Divi theme. This is a Genesis theme for Lifter. The Nev theme. We've got Buddy Boss, which has its own social learning system for LifterLMS. Sage, another Divi theme. Emerson Divi theme. We've got Magazine Pro, Authority Pro, Monochrome Pro. These are Genesis themes, all these. And then here's that one we were just looking at, Cadence, which is super popular right now. This is a third-party theme that we recommend because they built a lot of great design options for LifterLMS. So thanks for the great questions there. Looks like we got a few more in the chat. Appreciate the feedback, Barry. So he's asking, somebody's asking for the benefits of moving to LifterLMS from Thinkific. And then also, can you do it on one WordPress site, or does it need a separate site? So the top benefits of LifterLMS versus something like Thinkific is it's going to be more affordable. You're going to have more customization and flexibility in terms of functionality and design. You're going to have more control and ownership of what it is that you make. You're going to build a unique brand. And there's an entire ecosystem of other products and service providers that can add to your platform whatever it is that you need, either with free off-the-shelf plugins, or if you need somebody to design something custom for you or whatever. This is the benefit of having an open, extendable platform like LifterLMS. Because it's more powerful, it's not as like easy as something like Thinkific that has a limited small set of options. But if you value more the ability to customize and the ownership and having a more affordable price without monthly payments, that's a real benefit of using LifterLMS and WordPress as a superior to what we would call a walled garden cookie cutter SaaS. So can LifterLMS be added to any existing WordPress site? Yes. You do not have to add it to a separate WordPress site. You can if you want to, like some people do that, but if you don't need to, my advice is just pop it in on the WordPress website you already have, and you're good to go. Start making courses and import our templates, start getting enrollments, start making money. It's not it's not super complicated. It's better to, add it, go to market, and you're ready to go. If for some reason, like for example, you hate the design of your existing site already has some kind of payments thing on it, selling something else or whatever, and you just want to start over with like a fresh online learning academy site, yeah, then do a new website, but you don't have to. So Trevor's asking, can you explain the Netflix style user experience options in the Infinity Bundle? Yes, I can. This has an add-on called Advanced Videos, which is this one right here. And what this one does that's like Netflix is one of the things that we've learned from studying the user interactions of Netflix is that Netflix allows you to binge watch content. So, has anybody on this ever gotten to the end of a movie or a show on Netflix, and all of a sudden the next one started playing and you didn't even notice it? We set that up. People asked us to help with completion rates and to help limit friction for users. So we just borrowed what's already working for Netflix and built that into Lifter. So it just basically auto plays. You can control the time delay and the countdown timer and what it says and everything. But yeah, it works just like Netflix, and it also automatically, as it advances, it marks the lesson as complete, so that the analytics will show that the student has finished that lesson and they're now in the next one. We've also got another advanced feature where it even records the progress in a video. So if somebody didn't watch the whole thing or whatever, it's there. We even have some technology in there that knows if somebody tries to leave the video and go on Facebook or something else, that it will actually stop the video from playing, which is something that people who are doing courses that are required for people to watch the whole video and they need proof and stuff like that. That's why we introduced that feature. So that's what we mean by Netflix style. So awesome. Cool. So I think we got to the end of the questions. Did I get it all, Kathy? Did I miss anybody?
I think you got them all.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming, and Marco Valley, you're the winner of a free year of one of the LifterLMS $99 add-ons. So you were just drawn at random. So congratulations. Just email us at team@lifterlms.com and we will hook you up with your winnings. Before we go, I would love to hear, thank you everybody for the kind words. What was the most impactful part of this presentation? What did you like most? Was it the slideshow? Was it the drawing? Was it the live demo? Let me know in the chat. Just write presentation, draw, or demo. Which one was the most impactful for you? What did you folks like the best? I'm always looking for feedback so that I can improve these. We got the demo model. Awesome. Appreciate that. Thank you again, everybody, for coming. Everything was good. Thanks, Jose. Appreciate it. If you have any further questions about LifterLMS and how it can work for you or your client's project, we're here to support you. You'll find that LifterLMS has incredible support, and you can talk to us if you have questions. We know you're in research mode. You have a lot of questions. Email us, chat us up on the website. We've got a weekly call that we run on Thursday for pre-sales questions. If you buy, we've got onboarding sessions, live call like this that happen once a week that you can come to. If you need some more high touch help getting onboarded with questions and stuff like that. At the end of the day, we're here to support you. Your success is our success. Thank you again, everybody, for coming. Thank you, Kathy, for helping me put this on. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.